What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. How you doing, guys? Long time no see, so I'm back with some more informational videos with you guys. We're going to be talking about something very important today that I've been kind of hearing a lot in the past week, just mentally. The word system, right? And that word stood out to me this week, the word system. And I wanted to make a video and talk to you guys about that word system and how it relates to trading and everything like that, right? So, what is your system? So, I know in Forex, a lot of people talk about strategies. What is your strategy? What is his strategy? What is their strategy? And I want to say this, that is the reason why I don't sell a particular strategy, right? I don't teach my students a strategy. Okay. I have a strategy that I do give them a blueprint for them to follow, as in like, okay, this is how I do it, with structure, your point of interest, and just looking for entries inside of there. That's a blueprint of like, that's a basic strategy, I would say, quote unquote, a blueprint. I do give that blueprint out just to give them an idea of like a way that they can use it. But I teach concepts, and I'm not saying like smart money concepts. No, I'm not saying smart money concepts. We do teach smart money concepts. We teach Wyckoff. We teach supply and demand. But smart money concepts is a concept. Wyckoff is a concept. Supply and demand is a concept. If you get where I'm going with this. So what I'm saying here is when you're going out and trading, right, and you're learning from somebody and you're learning their strategy, right? Just because you know their strategy, how they do it, what time they do it, and everything, doesn't mean you can do it exactly how they do it, if that makes sense. You ever, copied someone's strategy and it works for them, but it's not working for you, right? That's because they didn't build a strategy. To them, it's their strategy, but it's their system, right? They probably have so much more on the inside of that strategy that you don't know about. They probably have like little tiny things that may not seem important, but they know in their head, right? So what I'm trying to say here is don't look for a strategy, look for a system, right? Build your system. That's the point of this video. I want you to build your system. Focus on finding something that works for you. So what that means is you can go ahead and learn other people's strategies, right? This is something that I did in the beginning. I went and learned smart money concepts. I seen how people traded that. I went and learned supply and demand. I see how people traded that. I went and learned Wyckoff. I see how people traded that. And I put all that into a system. I built my own system with all those three concepts, right? I was just nitpicking from all those strategies. Okay, I like this, order blocks. Oh, I like that. Wyckoff. Oh, I like that. So I'm nitpicking all of these different strategies and concepts, and I'm building my own system. This is the best way that you're going to form something that works for you. Okay. And when I say this to my students all the time. Build something that works for you. Okay. So that is something that I want you guys to understand. So understanding what the bias of the market is another important thing as well. This can apply to your system. Maybe you want to apply a certain bias to your system. Also, you need to know when your system is working, whether your system is going to be profitable in a consolidating market. Is it going to be profitable in a trending market, downtrend, or an uptrending market? That is something that also is key for you to know as well. So in this case, with my system and my strategies, I'm mainly looking for trending markets, right? I do not want the markets to stand all like, in a consolidation. That's not going to be 100% profitable for me. I want my markets to be trending. I want us to be making new highs, new lows, new highs, new lows, new highs, new lows. That is perfect because as we are printing this, I am getting in, right? I am getting in on these buys here, maybe taking some reaccumulations and targeting these highs, right? That is the forefront of how my system works. So that's something that you need to determine, right? So the first step of building your system, right? I'm going to teach you how to build a system. The first step of building your system is determine what environment do you want to work in, right? Is it going to be more profitable for you to work in a bullish environment, a bearish environment? So a trending market or consolidating market, you want the market to be going up or down or moving in a certain way. So determine what market conditions that your system is going to work best in, right? Once you determine those market conditions, that's the first step. So once you determine those market conditions, you want to outline how will you determine your bias. Are you going to determine your bias by structure? Is it going to be by the candles, how the candles are moving, what's the momentum. So in this case, I determine my bias. Usually I'm determining my bias by Wyckoff cycles. In this case, we have what? We have a bearish market. How do I know this is a bearish market? We have these redistributions. Look at these redistributions going to the downside. So I identified that this is a bearish market. And let's zoom out a little bit more. And just not on the lower time frame, but let's look at the higher time frame. Who's in control of this market right now? We have sellers that are in control of this market. We can see these bigger redistributions. So with these Wyckoff cycles, and as I was seeing these cycles going to the downside, I knew that, hey, this is a seller's market at the moment. So that was my bias, right? So in your system, you need to know your bias, okay? So how are you going to determine your bias? What are you going to do to get your bias, right? How does that look? How do you determine your bias? Whether it's going to be structure, whether it's going to be, identifying who's in control of the market. Secondly, what type of trader do you want to be? Are you going to be a scalper? Are you going to be intraday? Are you going to be a swing trader? Okay, that is something else. Or are you going to be all of them, right? So that is something else that you need to identify. All of these questions you're asking yourself, all these questions you're just writing down, you're asking yourself these things. Do not make it hard, guys. Make it simple, okay? I know when you think about this, do I want to be a scalper, intraday? They all sound good. Just pick one. Pick one that works for you, that you understand more. If, let's say, you're trying to scalp with your system and the scalping does not work, doesn't mean your system's not working. Maybe your system is not built for scalping, or maybe you need to go back in your system and reanalyze it and maybe change some things around that's going to make it work for scalping. So after that, you want to test intraday. Okay, maybe my system's going to work for intraday trading. Test that. Maybe swing trading. Test that. And if you don't want to be a swing trader or intraday trader, then you have to go back and reevaluate. It's going to take a lot of back testing, guys. It's going to take a lot of work, which I think a lot of people try to skip in these markets, which in fact in Forex, it takes a lot of work. You have to go in, you have to train your eyes, guys. Make sure you are training your eyes. Make sure you're seeing the same thing over again. You want to build a system that you can replicate over and over and over again. Okay, you have to be able to replicate it. If you can't replicate it and it's just a one-time thing, that's not a system that you can go in and confidently say, I have a strategy or I have a system that's going to work day in, day out, right? Of course, you're not going to see it every day, but you need to be able to replicate it, okay? You have to be able to replicate it. That is very important. So you want to make sure that it's actually presenting itself, and this setup is not something, or this system is not something that works once in a lifetime, okay? So that right there is the second most important thing. After that, guys, you want to just focus on your entries. How will you be determining your entries? And you could do that by, let's say you want to get in by Wyckoff. You can get in your entries by Wyckoff, or you can get in your entries by supply and demand, or maybe you want to get into your entries just by change of characters, right? Those are 3 different strategies. So guess what you can do? You can go look, okay, how does Wyckoff entries work? Or how does supply and demand entries work? Or how does smart money concepts entries work? And you can nitpick from all those 3. Nitpick different things, different little things from those 3 strategies, and make your own type of entry, if that makes sense. So that right there is the main topic of this video, guys, is building your system. It is very important to build something that works for you. I know we see all the time, we have people trading these profitable strategies and we're looking at them and like, wow, how did this guy do it? Well, they built their own system, guys. Even if you had the exact same strategy, I've seen it happen multiple times. You have the exact same strategy, you're trading the exact same thing, exact same pair, but you just can't do it like them, right? It happens, okay? It happens. Not everything is going to work. You're not going to see it as they do. Okay, unless it's a mechanical strategy with like set rules and things like that, you're not gonna always see it like them. Somebody who's built it and tested it is always gonna trade it better than you. Okay, that is something that you have to understand. So guess what? You can skip all that. Build your own thing. Build your own thing that you're gonna understand, that you can set up in a way that you like it. So that is what I want to talk about, guys. Get ready. There's going to be a lot more videos. So I'm going to promise you guys 1 video a week. Okay. I'm going to try to get in here, share my knowledge with you guys, share some back testing, share some videos that's going to help you guys overall, mindset, trading, and everything like that. Right. All right, guys, that is it for this video. This was an informational video. The backtesting videos, the trade setups, the reviews, and everything like that will come. I wanted to drop this video talking about a system. So that is pretty much it, guys. I will see you guys in the next one. Stay tuned. I will be dropping a lot more. Peace out.